Zdravej, Kaksi.
Здравствуйте, добре съм ти.
Davar. So first of all, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Valeria Voikova, or on stage, I represent myself as VALL. I'm one of the singers that are selected for the national Eurovision selection in Bulgaria, and I'm trying to go to Eurovision.
Great. So how does it feel to compete in a national selection format where you perform a song from your own catalog rather than a brand new Eurovision entry until the third round?
Yeah, it actually, I thought about the emotion that I felt, but I think it feels very personal and honest from me to the people. Performing a song from my own catalog, it's means that I already have built an emotional connection to it, and it's very easier for me to express it to the other person so he can feel it in a more authentic way. And this makes a good sense. It allows me to focus on the storytelling and my emotion rather than just presentation and singing. So it feels safe and good to know that I'm comfortable with my song.
So this format of a national final is really different from other shows across Europe. What do you think about it so far?
I think the format is very interesting and quite brave. It really shifts the focus from just one perspective of Eurovision song to the artist as a whole, not just picking just one song, which is not something we see very often. It really allows the audience and the jury to really understand who we are, not just as an artist, but as a person. What you feel musically, what you're connected to, what's your identity. And it's not only about delivering a 3 minutes perfect performance. It's about just telling a longer story and showing growth, vulnerability, and just personality on the stage on those 3 rounds.
Can you tell us which song was chosen to be performed in first round and why this exact song?
In the first round, I will be performing Последната сълза, which translates in English as The Last Tear. I chose this song because it's very close to me emotionally, and it represents a key part of who I am as a person and how I grew all these years. I've lived with this song for a while, so I think I know every emotion behind it, everything that I wanted to say in this exact moment. I feel confident on stage for sure with it, and I think it's the best choice for me to introduce myself to the audience in an honest and meaningful way.
Great. So there was no submission process this year to the national final. So can you tell us how did you get into the national final? How did it look like also with the song choice?
This year, the process, as you said, was quite different, which made it, I think it made it special. I tried to look at from that perspective. I was invited to be part of the national final, and honestly, I feel very honored by that. After the invitation, we had a couple of conversations about my music, my direction as an artist, and which song from my catalog would fit best to represent me on the first stage of the contest. The song choice wasn't forced or strategic. It was just in the moment we felt that this was the best choice that we can make. And I think I can stand 100% behind the choice that I made. And I really hope that people can feel all the emotion that we put in the song.
So in each round, the proportions with jury votes and the public votes are different and quite not similar. So what do you think about it? Should it be 50-50 or maybe more power to the televote?
I think that 50-50 is the best way, but sometimes the public has a very different perspective from the jury. And I think it's the best way to have it, maybe just two separate votings. I don't know if that's gonna be possible someday. But if you think about it, every artist makes music for the people and for the audience and for the people that love the genre, or they love you as a name, as a brand. And I think I don't think an artist should make music just for the public or just for the jury. The most important thing for me is to make music that the artist feels comfortable in, and it's able to build an emotional connection to it. And then when you do that, I think it doesn't matter if it's 50-50 or like whatever the voting is. If the people feel you're authentic and they love your energy and your singing or your performance, whatever the artist chooses to do, it's just the beauty of the music that you connect to people by it. So this is the most important thing. It's whatever the voting.
Yeah, these are really, really great words. So in the third round of the show, the winner would have 3 songs to choose from to perform at Eurovision. If you could create 3 songs for you to perform in the final, like right now, how would they sound like the genre, language, theme, and etc.?
If I have to create 3 songs now, I think I would want them to be very different from each other. Me personally, as an artist, I don't like to put myself in a box and think that just because I made one song and it worked for me, that's my direction. I like to experiment and see what the people like or they don't like, they feel connected to. But in the first round, it would probably be a very emotional ballad. This is my comfort zone for sure. It will probably be in Bulgarian. And as I said, focus on vulnerability, honesty, with a very strong vocal moment. This is what I think it's my power. The second would be probably, I try to run from that, but at the same time I know it's very good to know the basis of the today's music. So the second will probably be a pop song in English, very modern, rhythmic, but powerful as well. I need to feel the power and that I fill up the room with the song, not just sing something. And I really try to imagine it visually on a big stage as Eurovision. So this is how I want my songs to sound like. And the third one, it will probably be more experimental, maybe just a modern performance, but with a little bit of traditional Bulgarian elements, and just focused on showing my identity, strength, and individuality. And of course, showing beautiful Bulgarian music, because we have so many incredible artists and songwriters and producers. So I think if we connect all of those, it will be amazing performance.
Which things are the most important for you while creating a song?
The first thing that I instantly think of is emotion and honesty. As I said, for me, it really starts with that, everything. I need to feel the emotion behind every song, or I cannot perform it truly. I don't feel connected to it. Lyrics are very important. Most people think that we just put some random words in a song and it creates a song, but it's not like that. It really matters what exact word you use in that sentence, because it can shift the meaning to a whole another different perspective. And that's our directly communication to the people outside of just TikTok and YouTube. I also care a lot about atmosphere. When I make a song, I want to have a good energy, not just people who feel like they're working and they have to do this job time, like to this hour to this hour. And of course, it should serve emotion, but not... it should always serve emotion, and nothing else should overpower the emotion. This is the key to making a good song, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So this year the Bulgarian national final is created out of the top names in Bulgarian music industry. Do you think it's good, or should there be a public submission process next year, for example, to have more, like, for smaller artists?
I think for people have the choice to to take someone to Eurovision on those 3 rounds. So for the submissions, I think it's very good that a musical ear and a person who understands if this artist is really that he can really bring something, they can understand that, not really the public, because the public most of the times in Bulgaria, they react really emotional and they don't really like versatile, and when they like an artist, they don't want to shift to other ones, and they just stay in this direction and they only listen to this one artist. So I think for smaller artists and artists that are just beginning and going into music, it's really good that they can submit themselves with their music and their own name, and a professional ear can hear, and maybe you never know, you could be nobody and then you could go to Eurovision. So it's very good that there's both sides, that the jury, which are the professionals, and the public, which they react more emotionally and they really like to feel connected. So I think it's the best way possible to do it.
So if you could do a song with any artist taking part in this year's Bulgarian national final, which one would you choose and why?
There are many strong artists this year, which makes the question actually kind of difficult. But I would really like to choose someone whose artistic vision is close to mine. I truly respect every one of them. I had the pleasure to stand on stage, I think, with most of them. And I grew up beside them with my music and their music. I believe that collaborations work best for every artist, and every artist should have a collaboration. If I could choose one person, it would probably be Fiki. I don't know why, but I think we're very different. I mean, I'm on this side, he's on this side. How we look, how we act, the music we made, I truly respect what he does. And I love that he's not closing himself in just one road that he wants to travel and just do that kind of music. And I think it will be really interesting. I respect his music, his choices, his visuality, and I would love to make a song with him.
So as we are talking about other artists, can you tell us who is your biggest musical inspiration and who supports you the most?
My musical inspiration comes from artists who are not afraid to be different, but to show who they are. And because today with social media, most people, they put masks on themselves and they hide behind other personalities. And I think for me to connect to an artist, I need to feel that he's vulnerable with me and he's not scared to show who he is. When it comes to support, of course, it's my family. They've always been beside me. My mom and my dad, they're my biggest supporters. And my friends, for sure, they always keep me grounded and remind me that I chose this road, but not only I chose it, the road chose me too. So I need to follow the path that I have written for myself and just not be scared to support myself and believe in myself.
Yeah, these are great words. So do you have any ritual or routine that you do every time before entering the stage to calm down the emotions or keep luck?
I have a ritual. I don't think if I can call it a ritual, but before going on stage, I like to remind myself, excuse me, I like to remind myself of all the things that I've been through to get to this moment. And I really like to remind myself that I'm doing this not only for me, but for other people. And I really love the fact that I know when I make a song or when I perform a song, I love to think about that the person behind the screen, I can make him feel some kind of emotion and help him through a period of his life that he's going through. And I started making music because I really believe that music makes people be better and just understand that everybody's going through something. And music is I think the only place and the only place that we can feel safe to express our emotions and our history. And once I step on stage, I just try to forget about everything and just enjoy the moment, because it's very short, the moment we have on stage. So I just try to be honest and just enjoy everything that I've given.
Okay, so for the end, what is your favorite Bulgarian Eurovision entry in whole history?
I really admire everyone that had the bravery to stand on this big stage because it's really a bravery to go through that. One of my favorite artists is probably Christian Kostov. I have the pleasure to know him personally, and he's helped me a lot through my career. I think that the bravery that he was only 18 when he was on the Eurovision, and he was alone on stage. And I truly respect artists who just depend on their voice and on their emotion, and it doesn't shift the perspective from the person that's on stage, and you can feel and see who he is really the best way like that. So I think he represented Bulgaria really confident, and it just emotion. That's what I've been saying this whole interview. So he's really an inspiration of what I want to do on this stage if I have the pleasure to go one day.
So that was all. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Blagodaria.
Blagodaria.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Ciao.
Ciao.